Hello everyone. Today we're going to give you an update on the earlier Mars missions. 2 Mars rovers arrived to orbit around Mars in February of 2021. NASA's Perseverance rover immediately descended to the Mars surface in February 18th, 2021 and began its task of exploring on Mars. The Chinese Zhurong rover stayed in Mars orbit until descending to the Mars surface on May 14th, 2021. Both rovers have been functioning well since arriving at Mars until recently when both rovers were put to sleep. In this video, we're going to discuss what the rovers have accomplished so far and why the rovers were put to sleep. Lastly, when will they get active exploring the Mars surface again? Welcome to Reaching for the Moon, hosted by me, Ed Grace. The Perseverance rover has been active on Mars for 6 months now. Its major accomplishments include sending approximately 60,000 raw images back to Earth during this time period. It safely brought the Ingenuity helicopter to the Martian surface and has assisted Ginny, that's Ingenuity's nickname, to successfully make 14 flights so far. Ginny has been one of the major successes of this mission. Initially, Ingenuity was only scheduled for 5 flights during the first 30 days of being on the Martian surface. However, Ingenuity's performance was so good that JPL is now using Ingenuity to scout routes that they would like Persevere to travel over. Another first for Perseverance, including converting some of the red planet's thin carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere into oxygen, a toaster-sized experimental instrument aboard Perseverance called the Mass Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, or MOXIE for short, accomplished the task. This was a critical first step of converting carbon dioxide to oxygen on Mars. For rocket fuel or astronauts breathing, oxygen is the key. Future missions will need to be able to produce oxygen as there's no way to carry and store sufficient oxygen that would be needed to carry astronauts on a mission to Mars. Perseverance also successfully captured its first soil sample that will make its way back to Earth sometime in the future. Lastly, without driving anywhere, the rover was able to solve one of the big unknowns. Was Jezero crater ever a lake? A study by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, using the data provided by Perseverance once it landed, has confirmed that indeed Jezero crater was originally a lake. All in all, Perseverance has accomplished the majority of its mission's goal. The last main objective to be accomplished by Perseverance is to find proof of habitable conditions on Mars in the ancient past, while also searching for signs of microbial life itself. China launched an orbiter, lander, and rover, all of which entered a Mars orbit February of 2021. The Chinese Zhurong rover stayed in Mars orbit until descending to the Mars surface on May 14th, 2021, with the lander. The Chinese orbiter has operated continuously since and remains in orbit today. Since landing in May 2021 and deploying onto the Martian surface a week later, Zhurong has been moving south from its landing platform, analyzing different rocks, dunes, and other features as it travels. China's Zhurong rover has traveled approximately 3,500 feet on the surface. This is a route map showing where Zhurong has traveled since it landed in Utopia Planitia. Zhurong rover has operated continuously now for 100 days since landing and captured this panorama of Mars just before powering down for the Mars solar conjunction. Visible in the foreground are Zhurong's solar panels and communications equipment. One of the Chinese scientists' key objectives is to use Zhurong's ground-penetrating radar to determine the thickness and distribution of Martian soil near some landforms that they have hypothesized to have been created by the presence of subsurface water or ice. That will now have to wait until after the Mars solar conjunction, as Zhurong and the lander have been put into safe sleep mode for the next few weeks. Currently, Earth and Mars are on opposite sides of the Sun. This time is referred to as the Mars solar conjunction and occurs every 2 years. During Mars solar conjunction, the Earth and Mars can't see each other because of the blocking Sun. The Sun also expels hot, very hot, ionized gas from its corona, which extends deep into space. This gas causes interference with radio signals, which affects the signals that engineers would be sending to communicate with both Perseverance and Zhurong. Both of the rovers, Perseverance and Zhurong, and associated spacecraft will autonomously carry out self-monitoring health assessments and troubleshooting until communications can be restored with Earth. Communications are expected to be restored by the end of October 2021, at which time both rovers will resume their exploration of the Mars surface. That brings us to an end of our Mars missions update today. I hope you liked the Mars update. Very interesting data is being gotten from these rovers. The Martian rovers are providing excellent information about Mars and the solar system. If you did enjoy the video, give us a like. Hit the subscribe and notification buttons to be notified every time Reaching for the Moon posts a new video. Thank you for watching. Remember always, failure is not an option. Bye.